Hey, Freddy Servant here. Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to discuss 5 coverages that solar contractors need to at least be aware of to protect their business. And then I'm going to give you my recommendation on where you could go to get the best solar contractors business insurance. So let's get straight into it. When it comes to solar contractors, you have a lot of unique exposures. You are dealing with several aspects of a project. You may or may not have a client that's above you in terms of dictating down the project. Then you down to subcontractors and vendors who are all part of putting the project together. So here are some coverages that you should be aware of. First and foremost is general liability. So this is basic slip, trip, and fall situations. So if someone comes onto the job site and gets hurt, this is going to be third-party bodily injury and property damage. So again, if somebody comes on the actual job site and gets hurt, this is usually the first coverage that you think of. Next is professional liability, also known as contractors, errors, and omissions. So this is going to cover design flaws. So let's say you improperly sized a solar panel system, or you had some electrical issues in a solar panel system in a home or business. These are design errors, not work-related errors. So this goes beyond your general liability. Next is going to be completed operations. So this is going to be after you finish a project, after you have removed your equipment. You want to make sure that you have liability in place for completed operations if something was to go wrong that you were held responsible for after the project. So imagine that you installed a solar panel system and months later your client calls you and says that there's a roof leak due to some poorly installed PV racks, and there's some significant water damage. You could be held responsible for this. So you want to make sure that you have completed operations liability in place for anything after you finish the project. Next is going to be commercial auto. So this is going to be super important if you have work vehicles on a job site or business vehicles in your name. You're going to need commercial auto liability. Pretty straightforward. Last but certainly not least is going to be workers' compensation. So if you have employees or subcontractors that you're managing on a job, you're definitely going to need workers' comp. The state is going to require it from you, and they're going to audit you. And when they do, they're going to be looking for work that was performed, payments that were made, and where workers' compensation was not in place. So you definitely want to make sure you have workers' comp so that you don't get hit with a surprise audit. Now that you know the coverages that you should be aware of as a solar contractor and how they could benefit you and your business on the job site, I want to give you a recommendation on where you could go to get the best solar contractors business insurance. And the next steps to coverage is as simple as a few clicks below.